It began with words, taunts sharpened like knives, insults hurled with intention, and a confrontation rooted in jealousy, betrayal, and blood boundaries. "I know your kids," one woman said. "How do you know my kids?" Came the reply, "I know them because I know your baby daddy." What followed next was not just an argument, it was a declaration of war. "I sit on him almost every other night." That sentence would become the emotional trigger for a chain of events that ended in gunfire. This is the story of Jahnia Imani Meda, a 25-year-old woman whose name would soon be tied to an attempted murder charge after a violent confrontation at her home in Miami Gardens, Florida, just north of Miami sits Miami Gardens, a city of over 111,000 residents, known for its cultural vibrancy, African American and Hispanic heritage, and landmarks like Hard Rock Stadium. On the surface, it thrives on sports, music, and entertainment, but beneath the glow lies a harsher reality. Residents face a 1 in 190 chance of violent crime and a 1 in 46 chance of property crime. It is a city of contrasts, hope and hardship coexisting side by side, and on one Saturday, that contrast turned deadly. Who was Jahnia Imani Meda? Jahnia Imani Meda was born on August 25, 2000. According to her social media and those close to her, she was known as a calm, sweet, and non-confrontational young woman, someone who stayed in her lane and avoided trouble. She attended Florida International University from 2018 to 2022, pursuing education while also building her independence. Jahnia was entrepreneurial from a young age. She started by selling bathing suits, later moved into the Airbnb business, and eventually committed herself to becoming an esthetician. After graduating, she became a licensed esthetician, proudly sharing her work online, posting instructional videos, waxing tutorials, and celebrating the career she had worked hard to build. She traveled often, surrounded herself with friends, partied, laughed, and lived loudly. In one post, she described herself bluntly, "I am a brat. I want my way all the time." But beneath the carefree lifestyle was a decision that would change everything: the love triangle. During one of her social outings, Jahnia met a man. What made him different and dangerous was that he already belonged to someone else. He had a girlfriend. What followed was a volatile triangle marked by repeated clashes. Jahnia and the girlfriend argued frequently, exchanging insults online and in person. The tension simmered, unresolved, growing more personal with each encounter. Private messages were sent. Accusations flew. Boundaries dissolved, and then came September 21, 2028, the day everything exploded. That day, the girlfriend was driving through town when something caught her attention. Her boyfriend's car parked outside Jahnia's house. Fueled by suspicion and anger, she stopped. She walked to the front door and knocked, demanding her boyfriend come outside. When there was no response, she turned and began walking westbound toward a side gate. That's when the door opened. Jahnia stepped onto the porch. Without further warning, 2 gunshots rang out. Witnesses say Jahnia fired in the girlfriend's direction while shouting, "Get away from my house." The bullets struck the woman in the back and buttocks. Bleeding but conscious, the victim managed to drive herself to a safe location, where paramedics later attended to her. She was rushed to the hospital and treated for her injuries. Doctors confirmed she was expected to survive. Moments after the shooting, the boyfriend, 26 years old, fled the home in a Mercedes-Benz. Police later detained him. He told investigators he had been inside Jahnia's bedroom at the time and did not answer the door because it was not his residence. He claimed he only heard gunshots after Jahnia went to the door. Police secured a search warrant and recovered a semi-automatic handgun. Believed to be the weapon used in the shooting, Jahnia admitted to firing the gun. Arrest and legal fallout. Jahnia Imani Meda was arrested and booked into Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center, where she is being held without bond. Prosecutors stated clearly that the victim was not attempting to enter the home at the time of the shooting. Jahnia's defense team argued the opposite, that she acted in self-defense, exercising her legal right to protect herself after the victim allegedly showed up looking for a fight. During court proceedings, the judge denied bond and ordered that Jahnia have no contact with the victim. The charge of attempted murder. Family reactions. Family members expressed heartbreak and disbelief. They described Jahnia as a woman who stayed away from trouble and never sought conflict. One emotional message posted online read, "Jahnia Meda, my sweet girl. I know this is such an unfortunate situation for you. You've always been unproblematic and never bothered anyone. You have way too much to lose and so much more to gain. I'm truly praying for you." Another comment reflected a harsher lesson: all of this could have been avoided if a mother had put her kids first instead of a boy. The question that remains, was this a case of standing her ground, or a moment where emotions overpowered reason? Did Jahnia act in fear? Or did jealousy and betrayal push her too far, especially knowing she was involved with another woman's partner? The courts will decide her fate, but one thing is certain: a love triangle turned into a crime scene, and a single confrontation changed multiple lives forever. What do you think about this case? Self-defense, or a step too far?